Erica lives in Chicago. So, Erica, President Trump wants to send the national army, but the governor Pritzker, he says that there is no need for it. What do you think?
I don't believe we need it. There's been such an exaggeration because Trump wants to come in and take advantage of what the city has to offer, and I think our governor knows exactly what he could do for our city, and he's doing the right thing. That's just my personal opinion.
So you trust the governor. Mm-hmm. And what if, because President Trump, he said that he was going to send it anyway in case Pritzker doesn't agree with him.
Right, because he's a bully and he feels anything that he says goes. So regardless whether it's constitutional or not, he's a bully. That's my opinion.
Hilton is born and raised in Chicago. So what do you think about who is right, the President Trump or the governor?
To be honest with you, I think, to be honest, is that we don't need him over here. It's going to make the situation even worse in Chicago because we have a lot of younger guys, urban neighborhoods, even outside the urban neighborhoods that don't listen to anything. So it's going to make it even worse on them far as like they're going to start banning against a lot of other things. So with the governor, I can't say we side them on with both of them. I just feel like it's not the right decision right now. It's not a good decision with the kids, what's going on in Chicago. I think we need more people, the youth and older guys to step in and help with that. I don't think, bringing those guys over here, bringing more security out here is going to make it better unless you go to the neighborhoods where things are happening. Instead of just being in the loop or things like that, they need to go where it's really happening at, to resolve the problem.
So you think basically if this, let's say, national army sent in the neighborhood that they really have problem with crime, then you will accept that?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I feel that, we need some type of authority out here with the youth and things like that, all the stuff that's happening. But I don't feel that, that much authority to come because it could cause some more bigger problem, especially if they're not going in the neighborhoods where the things are happening in it. If they just trying to take, exercise for the Chicago loop or the South loop, West loop like that, that's not the problem. The problem is within the inner city. If you're not going to go to those areas, things like that, it's nothing going to change Chicago.
So, Chad, do you think it's a good idea to send the national army like President Trump wants, or is right the governor? They say that we don't need it.
Absolutely, we need to keep the order in Chicago. It's become anarchy on some of the places in Chicago, where we need to have help from outside. Governor is he's a screw up Chicagoland.
So Trump is right.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. He's doing a good job. He's the hero. He's my hero. He's the best president ever. I remember. I lived 44 in Chicagoland.
You are originally from?
I'm originally from Poland. Refugee during the Solidarity movement. So I know what I'm talking about the political anarchy and other bad stuff socialists do.
Jody, there is in Italy. She's born and raised in Chicago. So the president wants to send the national army. The governor said that the city doesn't need it. What is your opinion?
The city doesn't need it per se, but I think that anybody that's at risk, like people who work in restaurants, are at risk. So it's not necessarily about protection or. I think the governor is saying that we don't need it because we don't need to protect our citizens, but we do need to protect the people who are here trying to work.
So you mean like that you don't like what ICE is doing, like basically getting the people away from work or from schools and so on?
Correct. I think that there's a huge gap in how much aliens contribute to our society as far as Social Security, taxes, like it's a big part of who we are, and especially in the restaurant industry. so many of our employees are a big part of the restaurant.
E qui siamo con Daniele che da anni vive a Chicago dove lavora nella ristorazione. Daniele, il presidente Trump vuole mandare la National Army, il governatore dice che non c'è bisogno, la città è tranquilla. Tu che opinioni hai?
Io penso che già gli interventi che sono stati in questi ultimi 2 mesi, io penso che siano già abbastanza per la città. Non credo che ci sia il bisogno di questo nuovo extra intervento che vogliamo fare sulla città di Chicago.
Come interventi stai parlando degli interventi contro gli immigrati illegali?
Sì, esatto. Sì, esattamente. Perché comunque si vede che la delinquenza è diminuita, non c'è bisogno di questo extra force che vogliamo fare su Chicago.
Qui turisti a Chicago del Tennessee. Are you worried for what's happening in Chicago with the president is sending in a National Guard, the governor doesn't want it?
No, we have felt safe the entire time. No.
E siamo qui a Chicago e incontriamo dei turisti colombiani. Siete preoccupati dello scontro tra il presidente Trump e il governatore Pritzker sulla Guardia Nazionale qui? A little bit. Sì o no? No?
Sì. Sì.
Sì.
So we're not worried about it because when you go to a different country, you need to follow the rules and complete all the statements of the country. So we're not worried about it. We're legal. So that's it.